Good morning, guys. It's a beautiful day here at the watermill, and it's a little smelly out here. I've got the pump box open where all the gray water and sewage goes to our house. Sewage is actually not in it right now, or I'd probably have a mask on. It'd be way too stinky. This is only our laundry soap water that's going up with the power of the sump pump right now through this red hose to our septic tank up on the hill here. There's about 250 gallons in here. This is something I definitely didn't expect to be doing myself and figuring out, but like all things, if there's a will, there's a way. We need this done or we can't actually use the functionality of our house continuously. We ran several loads of laundry. The kitchen water needs to be flowing somewhere. This is stopped and backed up. This is our bottleneck. We also need it for when the bathroom's completely done to be able to flush our toilets, etc. So I've got to empty this thing. I'm gonna figure this out. So the pump's down in there right now, slowly doing its thing. I've got it connected to our trusty power bank here, and it's getting all that water out. And this here is the big proper septic pump I'm gonna put in a little bit later. It's the little float. I've got some PVC bits and parts that I've gathered. Those are all going to get connected up. Never done anything like this, so fingers crossed we can get it all working here in a couple hours. How hard can it be? I'm getting to the bottom of the tank and I really want to get a lot of the crud out of the bottom before the pump completely runs dry here and loses pressure, so hope you can hear it. There's a lot of dirt and debris in here from the really heavy rainstorms because we're on the bottom of the slope and a lot of sludge got pushed this way over the winter time. Something that we're gonna create some trenches and drains to avoid in the future, because we only want the household stuff in this box, not the terrain, the mud, or the rocks in the future. So this that yellow float that I just dropped, that's the way these pumps are controlled. That basically that float goes up, the pump runs and the power goes to it, and when it goes down it shuts off. Same simulation of the bigger pump I'm going to put in the future that'll permanently be installed in this box. For now, there's a lot of crud down in the bottom. I'm going to use the enchada, whatever tools I got, take out the muck and fill up this bucket and get it out of here. At least it's not a bunch of poop.
Ultimately, this entire situation was caused by the fact that our builders didn't fix the box that's next to it 2 years ago when it cracked, and then that is what basically filled with mud and debris and then overflowed into the box that Drew is currently cleaning out. Without saying too much on that note,
this really takes me back to when the original box was put in with a big crack in it by our builders. I had to get down in here, clean it up, make sure that the water wasn't rising into it. Nelson and I dug out a big trench and then had to be repaired. And all this time we just been waiting for the pump to get put in. Well, here I am today. We can't wait any longer.
it was just something that could have been avoided, but here we are. I'm grateful for Drew being rather positive and doing the work anyway. Thumbs up for that, because it isn't easy.
As Mike Rowe would say, this is a dirty job. And just when I thought things couldn't get any dirtier, I was carrying out the sludge to get rid of it, and I slipped. And it's all over my foot. All right, the box is as clean and as dry as it's gonna get. Time to grab the pump here. It's a big boy. It's got a vortex motor in it, but first we gotta learn a little bit. Impeller can be installed in an outdoor sump pump pumping gray water, black water, or inside a building pumping of gray water only. So we're doing it outside. We can do gray water and black water. Actually, this pump does 27 cubic meters per hour. That's a lot, and 13 meters of lift. I also love this section right here. Authorized pump fluids, water contaminated by domestic use, human excrement, toilet roll. This is for my buddies back in the States. They always joke about, in America, you can flush all the toilet paper. In Europe, not so much. All right, I think I learned enough.
not so fast.
Well guys, I thought I was off to the races, but after assembling and laying out the configuration of pipe PVC that I have to make this work, I realized I don't have all the fittings, and like any great plumbing project, it always requires at least one more trip to the store. So I've got the adapter to fit onto the bottom of the exit tubes from the box that takes a 75 mil down to a 2-inch, a 50 mil. On this piece here, I've got my separator piece that's threaded so I can disassemble it all. My one-way valve right here that allows you to basically preload the pump and not have backwash coming at it, so it's not working as hard. I've got my adapter right there for onto the pump, but I do not have a 90 that I need because I thought this was firing upward and not coming out the side with needing a connection there. The way that this pump has the 90 right there on this little sump pump. So I'm just gonna let things dry out and work on another project and get down to the store when I can to get these parts and get this thing rocking and rolling and installed after all. Oh, and one more idea I had was to take the black PVC with a 90 like this. This is for outdoor irrigation, but ultimately I don't think that would make near as good a seal as a hardened glued on one using the PVC glue and primer. So like all things, I'm gonna do it right, I'm gonna do it once. It requires a trip to the store.
3 hours later.
Hey little kitty. You're so cute. We got good news. Hey babes.
Hi.
We got really good news.
Just in time for my epic music choice.
Things are good in the editing studio.
Yeah, things are always good in the editing studio. Well, usually, sometimes. I don't know.
Well, let me tell you the good news. Our electricians were here this morning with the inspector for the telecommunications, the ITED, and we passed with flying colors.
That means we have fully passed for the energy certificate?
Yeah, the entire plan that was approved by City Hall for the energy and the power running through our house is on point and is set. That also means we should have that certificate issued in no time and apply for the final habitation license. Like, that has been the ultimate goal. We're not living inside yet, but getting the paperwork behind the scenes done has meant everything.
Everything. Because again, if you guys remember why it's so important for us to get the habitation license, which we will explain again in the end when we have it, just because we don't want to breathe too much life into the stress that has been for 3 years, then you know why this is going to be a huge deal. So we are a very big step closer.
So close.
Oh my gosh, that's a relief.
Like, this is one of like 5 things that was so crucial to this whole project and undertaking. Like, talk about checking things off our list.
Tap that like, subscribe if you haven't yet.
We're on our journey to 200,000 subs, so help us out, guys. Share our videos. It means the world, each and every one of you taking your time to watch and enjoy this adventure with us.
So all the best vibes to you, from you, all of it. So we love you guys. All right, happy to celebrate this news. Onwards.
Let's go. Every dish ordered in the restaurant keeps getting placed right there, and so I'm getting all the smells, all the sights, thinking, when is mine gonna be here?
Soon it will be our turn.
This is yours.
All right.
Oh, exciting.
Pizza, gluten-free.
You got this.
Faz favor.
With a baseball bat.
I told you last year, I'm going to say it again. It's the best part about my job. It's this thing.
You always seem happy doing your job.
Yeah, I maybe tastes and grab this and I'm like a boy in the park.
That's the best. We got them.
Fun fact about many pizzas in Europe, they do not come sliced.
Hey, it's pizza night.
Pizza night! And gelato night! Last year we realized we only got gelato twice before the season ended, and so this year we decided we must do a much better job. Yay!
Here, have a lick.
Drew got
You
some
got
sprinkles.
2 sprinkles.
How'd that happen? You're just lucky like that. I just missed it. But you can still hear the bell that deafened us
You nearly dropped your ice cream.
It was so loud. Oh, I have ice cream all over my mouth.
You can borrow my napkin.
But literally, that was the loudest bell I've
We were
ever
just talking,
heard.
and I think we both just levitated off this bench.
7 times.
Oh, I think it was 8 p.m.
Oh, you're right.
I just checked, it's 8:02.
Startled by the volume of the bell, confused at the 8:02 timing, we were also quite enchanted by the tradition. That evening ended with a beautiful sunset as we began yet another day of works on our septic system up at the watermill.
All right, next day. Got all the parts I needed from the store. That is where the toilet will sit and mount on. You can smell some of the septic box gray water. They sell you these at the store here. A little different than the wax ring that I've seen before on toilets. I just want to be certain I have the right pieces for the right size holes I have here. I guess that's how they do it. Anyone down there?
Hello!
I racked my head yesterday with so many parts and just thinking it was just too much. But today, I'm excited because I'm gonna implement all those. I'm gonna get the septic pump down in the box here. Now that everything's prepared for that, start gluing up all the pieces that will allow the water to transport up and out of the box without having to manually do it. First, I gotta grab a rope and hook it onto here so that I'm able to hoist it down in there without depending on the wire itself right there. For anybody wondering, this is actually chainsaw pull cord, super strong. We actually use it for a pull-up bar on our deck, so it holds all our weight. Little fish hook knot. One of those knots that when you allow force to weight against it, it locks and cinches it tight. That should last a long time.
Look out below!
That was just a test run to figure out how long I need to make this rope. And of course, so it doesn't fray in the future, I want to melt the rope a little bit. Very good. So I'm thinking it'd be easiest to take the cable and run it through here up to this tube. I just checked, it's this tube connects here. I just blew some air into it. I think it'd be best to run the cable now and then assemble all the PVC rather than doing this at the end. I won't hook it up yet, but just get the cable in place. And luckily I dried it out yesterday, so there's no water in it. In a way, it was good to have a whole day of prep before actually doing everything. So there we go for now. So I just put the pump down in the center, trying to get an idea of how far I should cut the bottom piece. Center up to the outlet pipe on the pump to the outlet pipe up here at the top. I think about 20 centimeters is right. I got to put an adapter and then a 90 over there.
We actually ended up switching this one-way valve for a one-way ball valve, which Drew will explain later on in this episode.
So now that I've got all the joints measured here and the separator up here, I need to figure out the distance of this plus this minus what I think is about 84 centimeters and cut the center there, which I believe is 40 centimeter piece that I need. So I just determined that I should probably go with 86 just to cut it a little longer right now. If I have to trim it down another 2 centimeters, I can do that. But I'm doing a dry fit overall right now. That way I can get everything put together and then I'll do the glue. Just put it down in there and check how it goes. Keep in mind, all that will be glued together. Again, this is the trial run. All right, what I learned is this piece could be about 3 centimeters longer or just over an inch, inch and a quarter. So I'm gonna cut another little one about that long. All right, I like the fit of the new piece, a much better size. Now it's time to pull everything out, get it glued up, let it dry till it's bonded and chemically cured. And then tomorrow I'll put it all back in place and test it with pressure. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit and then I'll join it up to the connection in there, and then tomorrow I'll be able to join everything at this fitting. Last night, once Brittany and I finished cleaning up this space, had some friends over, and I just want to show you, it's really feeling like a bathroom finally. Look, it's so cleaned up. Taking off all that tape really opened up the floor. It feels much bigger in here. And now I'm to the point where I'm ready to get the sink, the faucet installed. I have some other stainless steel bar that I'm gonna be cutting to make it much longer, and I can put the bolt and the washers on here underneath. And then I'll run the threaded hose all the way through to our water connections down here. Man, it's gonna really come together today.
After 3 years of living on our land here, on the cusp of living inside of the watermill full time, something that I've grown, to be honest, like a little bit tired of, is refilling our water jugs every few days. And after 11 years of van life, something that we have learned to never take for granted after refilling our water from campgrounds in Mexico and Africa, random hoses, is that you never want to take clean water for granted.
Still got that nasty brackish flavor. I think the whole town has that.
And so today we are so excited to finally be installing the Glacier Fresh U03 tankless under sink reverse osmosis system. And we are gonna install ours right behind this drawer here. And the entire unit is super compact since there is no storage tank, plus that means that there is no fear of leakage. And the entire installation is really straightforward. First, just make sure you have a 1/2 inch to a 1 inch hole for the faucet, then connect the water lines, flush the filter, which takes about 10 minutes or so, and then you are done. No complicated setup, no drilling, and the whole process takes about 30 minutes or less.
And it's super easy to remove and change out the filters eventually.
Plus there's a coconut carbon filter that helps improve the taste. We can't wait to taste test it with you. Its 5-stage reverse osmosis system removes up to 99.99% of contaminants like chlorine, lead, fluoride, PFAS, heavy metals, microplastics, mercury, arsenic, and more.
All right, just do a little backwash. It's draining out right there right now into the gray water line. Got pushed all the way back to the corner. Look how much space there is since there's no actual tank in this unit.
And one of our very favorite features is that it does not rely on electricity, which means that you can continue to have safe and fresh drinking water during power outages. And after living through months of hurricane recovery, if you guys were with us during our Hurricane Ian recovery series, then you know how huge of a concern clean drinking water can be.
Wow, Dad, it's really unreal.
Yeah, it is pretty bad.
My, there's the refrigerator. It's that time, and yes, this water is safe to drink straight from the faucet. Whoa! Wow.
Some serious flow.
And it's so silent. Look at how clear that is. Whoa. Wow. Cheers.
Cheers.
That tastes so good, and our life just got so much easier now. No more water jug filling.
Man, that was
So
a task.
grateful.
That was a chore.
It was. So if you guys are looking to upgrade your drinking water, Glacier Fresh has made this system so affordable. Plus, right now, using our exclusive code, ADVENTURE, you can get 20% off. So be sure to check out our link below. Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Side note, we will eventually replace this faucet with the one that matches the rest of our fittings here, but we need an extra part, which is easy to find, but we don't have it here. Coming soon.
So after close inspection, going to put these on, I realized the O-rings that were on both of these, this is the new one, they were dry rotted. I guess they've been in the box and the container a little too long from Morocco where we got them. So I popped those off. I took one here, I'm gonna put that on here in a second. We had some extra hoses there and I was able to grab those as extras to put on here before I install it. Also gonna add a little Vaseline for extra lubricant. So I've got to do these one at a time because I can't get the center piece there, the bolt, through at the same time on each side. There we go.
After having lived in a van for so long, we can really appreciate how much time and energy goes into every little house project, even ones as seemingly simple as putting in a sink faucet.
Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I have to do like a ballerina dance to get this thing spun on here. Okay, I think I'm gonna go get a socket. All right, definitely not an easy place to get the wrench, and I don't have the right size extended socket for it. But before I get it completely tightened, I'm actually gonna hook up the water and give it a test to make sure there's no leaks. Gotta think smart on that one. All right, getting this connected under here. All right, nice and snug. One temporary sink. Make sure the valves are off. Let's turn on the water. So far, so good. More air in the line. What do I see? No leaks so far. How about under here? Dry as a bone. See, no leaks, no drips. It's time to put the sink bowl in here.
She's in. Wow. It's perfect. Perfect height. It looks so good in here.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
I learned that this was actually an old animal trough, or at least like after it was a personal mow, so people would grind their grain in here, then they would become animal troughs, like
Whoa.
drinking bowls for,
Whoa.
I don't know, livestock of some sort. Yeah.
So now we get to drink from it?
Third purpose, now it's a sink.
I love
Isn't that crazy?
Got more used to it.
From a mow to a drinking trough to a sink.
Very cool aesthetics. And this is the drainage setup. Trap with the tube connecting to the wall. One day I'd like to get a little nicer one, but for now, this is what we're gonna use. You don't really see it underneath the sink. So this gets connected through the screw, right underneath here. Is it nice and snug? There's a foam ring underneath that to seal it, and a foam ring from underneath here. And I just drop this on, just like that. Big floppy tube. Always got to make sure all the O-rings are in there to seal up any potential leaks. And then we extend this out. Things always remind me of something from the circus, like clowns playing. Kind of wild, they just use basic PVC with a O-ring in it. Drain complete. All right, let's try it. Big moment. Uh-oh, we got a leak. We got a leak. Where was it coming from? It's like right at the seam. It's like right on that O-ring somewhere. Ah, there's a big scratch in the bottom of the sink. What? No ring's gonna fix that. Well, there's the culprit. That big gouge. I mean, I could buff it out.
And so Mr. Mr. Adventure decided to buff it out. We did buy the sink at the market and were wondering if maybe this gouge was why somebody was trying to sell it. But nothing a little buffing can't fix, and we were very happy to have found this gem. I think we paid 80 euros for this about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago.
All right, and the results after grinding away on it using the same saw that we used to cut these tiles. Feel pretty happy about that, and I think we'll have a nice solid seal on there. Let's get it back in. And just like that, it's back in action. We got the water running. We have no leaks underneath here. And what's really important about the way we designed this, if you guys have been watching for a while, you'll know we had to set this so that the windows open properly right around here. And you can hear the water going right out to the box out there. All right, job done. Check that off the list.
Time for an afternoon delivery to Mr. Adventure, who is probably in the bathroom. Just not enough space. Behind the scenes, I've been moving in my clothes and bathroom things and putting them in piles in our bedroom. All right, probably the last time you'll get lunch served in the bathroom, I hope.
I hope so. It's just in time I can wash my hands.
Wow!
Isn't that cool?
Beautiful. No leaks?
No leaks.
Okay. Wow, yeah, I can hear it. Oh, is that going to be plastic forever? I know.
No, one day we'll upgrade it.
Okay. Well, here you go. Thanks. It looks like a giant cherry.
I love cherries.
I love you. I love our sink.
I do too.
Wow. So does that mean our kitchen sink drains and everything? I'm glad you said so, because I was already turning it on.
Just don't fill that up before we get the septic pump back put in place.
So we could put the fridge, well, there is a bathtub where the fridge goes, but we're getting there. Thumbs up for that, guys. We're in a good place.
All right, this is our toilet. This is the adapter they use here in Europe. It basically sticks onto the back, to the opening right there, and then it presses down into this hole, just like so. It reminds me of one of those lookout things that Inspector Gadget used to look out of and use from a submarine. One day this thing will be nasty, but for now, it's a fun toy. There we go. Ah, that's better. Fortunately, we had some of our good friends over yesterday because I couldn't figure out exactly how to mount this, and basically I learned that the way you mark this with the holes on each side, you set the toilet against the wall back here, make marks, and then measure about 6 centimeters in for the plate that needs to go here. Well, the issue is that the porcelain is 3 centimeters right here, which would create the screw into this place because the water tap, the way it was installed, isn't a far enough distance that way, or the hole more to this side. So basically, I'm gonna leave that side off for now, was the suggestion, and screw this side in, and hopefully be able to mount through that screw in a way that holds the toilet properly, and we'll go from there. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate the advice. See, this is what I'm referring to. It's a little tight there. Got my line marked, and my line marked on that side as well. It's like an elephant snout. Oh yeah, I'll be right over. Double checking my measurements. I want to be certain before I actually make the hole here. So I'm gonna check up, see that it's squared, measure it off the hole right now. It's always a challenge when none of the walls are actually 90 from each other or square. I'm just kind of guessing here and going with what looks aesthetically right. Because I know that wall ducks in, and this is less than a 90-degree angle over in the corner over here. Ultimately, the toilet could come over more, but this is in the way. Even take a look for yourself down in there. See? A little less space on this side from the hole to the porcelain. I'll have to just kind of shimmy it over and do the best I can here. Ultimately, that was not built right. Another way we can double check this is, remember that line I just drew? Well, it's not exactly centered. So just before I was gonna drill, the boss walked in. She double checked to where I was gonna drill the holes, and she gave me her big stamp of approval.
That's right, because our walls aren't perfect 90-degree angles. So because it's a little bit acute, we're gonna shift the front of the toilet over, and we're like, why did our dudes put the funky metal bit on the
So
left?
close right here when it should have been on that side, and aesthetically the toilet should have been more to the center. All right, I'm gonna get drilling.
Okay, I
Enjoy
gotta
your
go.
day.
I'm gonna go pick up maybe a chimney for the outside.
Yeah.
A traditional Algarvian chimenea, but we'll see. And
Right now we just have a flat tile enclosing that whole thing right now, so no birds build their nest down in it or wasps get in there.
the other thing,
She's gonna pick up some rock wool for the insulation underneath the tub when we set it in here.
because we determined that using foam, which we have the white and the blue foam,
Yeah.
that can cause mildew.
Well, it can just basically over time break down and just not be as good of insulation value and kind of get grody. So
We're going rock wool.
doing the best things we can. Enjoy your afternoon. I'll be here.
One more stamp.
I'll help you get the truck up the hill.
Ready to go. Tough.
Your royal steed awaits you, Your Highness.
Thank you. Kind sir. It gets even better, guys.
There we go. A little water always helps. See how deep those holes need to be. A little deeper. Because the plumbing part for the drain is so close to where the water inlet is, the shutoff valve, I don't have enough room to actually put this and mount it into the ground. It is absolutely frustrating when people just sloppily throw it in. I mean, we're at fault for doing the ceramic tiling around it, but that's because the drain was already here, concreted in, versus moved properly, or this being moved over, or on that side. Things I just had no idea about when building our first house. Should I say this is my first time installing a toilet in a house? I've done van toilets. The toilet's coming together.
Ooh.
Give it a test.
A dry test.
A dry test, not a real test. How's the height?
Nice.
Get your stamp of approval?
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, great.
Whoa, it's coming together. This is very exciting. Now that gets fastened on, and it's a slow close.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at how beautiful.
There it is. Our amazing bathroom ventilation system. Just a little micro fan that'll keep the smells away. I've done our outhouse from our episode a while ago. If you haven't seen that, where we took the entire log structure, Lincoln logged it apart, hauled it across a couple miles, and rebuilt it here, you should definitely check out that episode. That's a fun one. Huge upgrade here on our homestead of having an outhouse rather than digging holes. And now we're about to have a real flushing toilet as soon as I finish assembling this. So I'm gonna get to it, follow the instructions that came in the box, get this thing built.
And everything was going well until...
So I'm having a moment. This piece right here is M on the diagram. And if you notice, there's an extra white piece in the middle there. And this is the one that came with what we have. There's no piece where my thumb is. The top is a regular type of head, where in the diagram it shows a Phillips or a plus. If I speed up just a little bit, right here, same deal, just feeling like I'm missing the piece in the middle. And I rechecked all the packaging. I guess I'll just assemble it this way and hope there's no leaks. Package was entirely brand new and sealed. So nobody had their mittens in this package. Just very perplexed, which is adding a lot of extra time to putting this toilet together. All right, got the water line connected, the tank's on the back, despite that little bit of a obstacle. And I got my tuba, my fitting, and see, it's gonna go right on there and sit like that. I've actually been keeping this on in place because it smells like gray water coming out of there. There we go, good fitting. Big moment here. You guys tell me if I hit the hole. Feels good. There we go. Success! And I gotta connect this down here. Definitely don't want to overdo it. And then I gotta mount that in here. Pretty cool when you press the mechanism, see how it moves, and how over here presses that part. There we go. All right, after all that, I'm about to turn on the water. Let's hope we don't have leaks. It's filling. And we got a swirly! Oh! Job well done. And there it is, flowing out the sewer.
And to close the loop on this part that was drawn differently in the instruction manual, no leaks or mishaps were caused, luckily. I guess it just goes to show you can't always trust the instruction books. To all you DIYers out there who like to go bookless anyway.
And now that we have 2 working sinks and a toilet, this is dried. Remember this? This was the connection for the septic pump that'll sit down in there. The other joint I have mounted on the top of the box to the outgoing exit valve. Let's get this connected on the pump behind me here. And let's get it down in the hole, hook up the electric, and see if it pumps.
And just as Drew was wrapping up this project, look who conveniently showed up.
Hola.
Our builder. It's hard to know what to say about it at this point.
Todo canalizado project. GoPro stop recording. So that was our builder. Man, just been waiting way too long, and yeah, doing my best with what I know because they're the professionals. Like, my goodness, Saturday at 5 p.m. shows up, and here we are. So anyways, we went through some things. They're gonna be back to fix this valve box, fix the laundry room, fix up some plastered spots, get some doors on our propane cabinet for the gas. There's a few different things to be done, a list that I've had on the table and sent to them many times. So here we are. I'm simulating like our tank's getting full with the pump down in here, with the float. I've just got the water running from over here with the power connected right here into these. And as soon as the float lifts, when the box gets full enough, all of a sudden the pump just like turns on turbo and injects everything up the hill out to the tank where all the sewage is being held. I'm gonna stop that for right now. I'm draining all of our water out of our tank through the pump house. That's pretty wild how fast it drains that down. Like, it took a while for this hose at full blast to fill up the box enough for the float to hit, and then that pump just like turbo just sucked it out. Full steam ahead. All the waste goes there and then right over into here. One thing that I was a little frustrated with is I used 2-inch pipe, and basically with the ball valve in there, I got scrutinized by our builder saying that he would use a much wider and thicker, like a 3-inch tube, almost a 75 mil, 73 to be exact, and fit to that same size. I don't know if I think that's needed, but...
And this is why we ended up making the change to the one-way valve that we mentioned earlier in this episode, although redoing work could have been avoided if our builder had just shown up and done the work that we had hired him to do. But here we are learning along the way. And luckily van life made us very independent, so we were primed for the job. Huge kudos to Drew.
I think actually changing the one-way valve so that it's a valve that allows the whole opening to pass rather than like a triggered plunger style that only gives a bit of an opening would be a good move. But pretty happy with this. I think overall the system's gonna work well. I want to make sure the top is sealed really well up here. That way we don't smell anything. There is a vent tube actually going to the roof of the house up there for anybody who's technically curious. That way we shouldn't have any issues down in this area. This is supposed to be like a vortex pump where it, I think, blends and chops. Ideally for our tanks, we shouldn't be flushing toilet paper, even though the pump says it can handle it, because basically toilet paper is gonna clunk up our septic tank, so it's just better that we don't flush that overall. Just easier to put it to the side. As much as I'd like to be able to say we could put toilet paper down and please my friends, I don't think that's gonna be the best choice for us. Well, installed the sink, got a toilet working, and tested the pump. I'm feeling very satisfied.
She's so pretty.
I'm very excited to use our new sink. Are we in a hotel?
I think I'm in my dream.
Did we rent a place?
This doesn't feel real. Are we supposed to seal the inside of our sink? Does anybody know?
Feels sealed.
It looks polished. I don't think it's sealed. We're using the bathroom yet though, like the toilet. So we still have to do the bathtub. Drew's toothbrush is too loud to do this. We still have to put in the bathtub, but we have to save that for the next episode because if we didn't pay attention, our episodes could be like 2 hours long. Anyway, if you are ready for it, I certainly am. Now
I'm ready now.
Let's take in a deep breath. And let it out. That little hold right in the middle. We will drop one of our oldie favorite van life episodes. Actually, why not do like our day in the life back then so you can see how different it was. Okay, sweet dreams.
Go check it out.